Let's say Grandma has given you some Nintendo Gold to buy a new game on the Switch eShop, yet it's flooded with shovelware, and no one human has the willpower to play all these $1 games and truly evaluate if they're really worthwhile. However, we are not human. Rocket Coalition brings you the first episode in our series where we grab games on the eShop for $1 or less and evaluate them to see if we can uncover real gems at bargain prices. This is Penny Planet. Our first journey brings us to All-Star Fruit Racing. The game was discounted at a whopping 95% and was really the talk of the town. If something like All-Star Fruit Racing can get a kart racing aficionado like Ogbert this upset, well, I just knew I had to pick it up immediately. I mean, to have the audacity to release a kart racing game on the very same system that has Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing shows me that there's a real bit of confidence behind this. However, I'm not going to make comparisons between this game to the other $1 million backed games of Nintendo and Activision. Those games have had years of trial and error behind them, while All-Star Fruit Racing is 3D Cloud's debut title, so I want to see how well this game stands on its own. With that out of the way, let's dig in and see if this game dethrones the kings of kart racing. This game has so many options that I don't even know what to do with myself. I don't think the game even knows what to do with itself, because along with the career racing mode, there's custom races, a time attack mode, and training if you want to practice your meta with Rebecca or Cheryl. There's even online multiplayer and split screen, so for the variety of modes alone, it was $1 well spent. Oh well, looks like you had a long day of winning races. Well, this game even includes a garage with tons of customization options to the point where, as I said, you won't know what to do with yourself. The standout quality of this game is the tracks. You can tell a lot of creativity and hard work is behind them. The array of tracks is diverse, and the tracks themselves are all colorful and varied in their own terrains and turns. This is one of my favorites. It's a Mount Rushmore of these weird... well, I'm not sure what they are, but they look pretty funny. There's lots of colorful characters and details, and you always see something interesting at just about any angle. It all culminates into Fruit Racing's very own version of Rainbow Road that... well, more on that later. And what really separates this game from its competitors is the roster. That's right, this is All-Star Fruit Racing after all, so we got the best of the best. Between Annie's signature Pine Zuka and Brianna's Apple Wall, you're given an opportunity to strategize with your characters, further than a concern for character weight that you would normally pine over in Mario Kart. The game has got the creativity behind it, but a lot of the issues rot the game as you peel away more of it. And one of those disappointing aspects of the game are the lack of fruit puns. Like, come on, let's fruit? They could say squeeze out the competition or you're a hardcore racer. The only fruit pun I could find is the game's hook on the eShop telling me I'd go bananas, but the only thing making me go bananas is the lack of said banana. What's weirder than just the lack of jokes is the odd choice of character names. Rebecca, Gladys, Giselle. I mean, at least we have Cheryl, but she's one of the creepy kid characters and her ability is C tier at best. Clementine is there, but she's locked behind the time trials, which are nearly impossible. That's only 2 characters with fruit names. Even Mario Kart was brave enough to name a character Peach, so where's that bravery here? Where is that sense of risk-taking? They don't even do the obvious gag of slipping on a banana peel, so does Nintendo have a copyright of the banana peel ability? It's just that while the game has so much emphasis on fruit intertwined with racing, the two things couldn't be further apart. And what's really weird is the music. When it's done well, it's done really well. The main menu theme is groovy, and the snowy tracks will stay upbeat while using chimes, so it delivers that feeling of a frozen area pretty well. But then you'll have... I don't really feel like I'm racing when a lumpy bassoon is all that's playing. Speaking of music, you'll eventually notice how every character has the same air guitar victory animation. You're telling me everyone plays the air guitar? That Marion and Brianna have the same music tastes? Wait, they have the same faces too. No, they all have the same faces. Okay, the lack of fruit jokes was already insulting, but Cheryl as the most unique looking character just doesn't rub me the right way. Oh man, don't get me started on the loading screens. They take forever. Does this run on a 4th grader's fruit-powered science fair project? And none of this is edited too. This is just a bit of how long I had to wait at one point. But I mean, hey, at least I can learn something while I wait. Let's see, peaches are originally from China. They've been cultivated for over 5,000 years. Why is it so mysterious? Was I supposed to know that? Okay, so you may have heard me mention Cheryl, my favorite character, is C tier. It's criminal that there isn't a more competitive community for this game. So if you're someone like Ogbert that's not too familiar with kart racers, just stick around a bit longer. I thought that it was up to me to put together an official all-star fruit tier list. As you can see, Rebecca is S rank for having the strawberry wing ability, allowing her to boost forward, essentially breaking any balanced levels of nutrition this game had. Danny, on the other hand, is F rank, because let's face it, you can't make it past the Cocoa Cup with the pear gift ability. You hear that, Danny, you little jerk? You'll never make it out here with the all-stars of fruit racing without even an ounce of aggression. Some of these characters are kinda hard to unlock too, and with how so many abilities are low tier, it just doesn't seem worth it. So, sorry Derek, but maybe you'd see more action in Life is Strange than on our fruity speedways. Well, finally, let's talk about how it plays. Is it fun? Well, I mean, it plays pretty well. I enjoy the game's system of combining fruit pickups to create different types of offenses, defenses, or speed boosts. The driving is alright, but a lack of some sound effects and awkward controls makes it feel unresponsive. The drifting is hard to get used to, and the AI can be pretty broken on both ends of the spectrum. On one hand, you'll notice the other drivers just don't want to be part of this game anymore, and on the other, racers are out for blood, man. Especially on the Final Cup. This game is hell. Like, oh my god, this map is so long and it wants me to complete 5 laps. On top of that, the AI is faster than Rebecca when she uses her speed boosts. So, should you get All-Star Fruit Racing? It's got lots of variety in its modes and unlockable challenges to keep you interested. On the other, it lacks lots of polish, which can be frustrating and make you lose interest. So for $1, sure. Maybe even for a few bucks. But the normal asking price of $20 is a lot. So next time you see All-Star Fruit Racing zooming past the competition on the eShop, give it a shot. Thanks for watching our first episode of Penny Planet. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Rocket Coalition can't make this journey alone, and will bring you to our next episode of Penny Planet sooner than you think.